Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. 121,513 GP, so we'll lock that in. And now, I'm just going to end the timer because of the sake of it's done. I would let it count down to 0, but it's a complete waste of time. Okay, so first spin for next week is going to be okay. All right. All right. I'll do with that. All right. And for the second spin for week number 12, what do we get? Interesting. Okay. Not completely sure how I feel about this. It's not terrible. It's pretty bad, but it's not terrible. It is indeed not terrible. Well, onwards to next week. And welcome back to Regional Rumble. This is week 12, I believe, episode 12, and this is what we kind of look like with the stats. Last week we finished off with Desert and Felled-Up Hills. We have currently got the Kebos Lowlands and Felled-Up Hills. We re-rolled Felled-Up Hills, which, as a reminder, by the way, if we do roll Felled-Up at the end of this episode, it will be re-rolled. We do not allow the same region 3 weeks in a row, just to increase variation. I don't want it to be boring, you know. We were worried this is going to have a Karamja. It never did anyway, so I've never actually had to respin. I'm just saying that as a thought in beforehand, just in case it does happen. But anyway, because in the last episode we managed to get ourselves a boss kill, we had a carryover, and we have chosen to carry over the coins. So, we come into this episode for the first time with some item. Well, item, a stack of coins. This is the one inventory slot we decided to carry over. We've got ourselves 121,513 coins, which I got mostly from the Agility Pyramid, so that was really nice. And I think it's going to be quite useful here, because if you remember before, we used mining and smithing to make some money and then bought a spear. This would just allow me to buy a rune spear outright. I don't know really what I want to kill. I've had a little bit of a think about it, and I think what I might do is I might try and get the stuff for smithing, and simply make iron arrows. And then I think what I plan to do after that is actually going over to the Felled-Ups and completing Corsair Curse, and we might kill some Ogress warriors. We can make some money off them, good range training. I'm not entirely sure if that's what I'm going to stick to, but that's a game plan that I have in mind. But we will need to start in the Kebos Lowlands, and I think the first place I'm going to need to go to is actually Chambers. because I need to get myself a pickaxe and a hammer. There is a hammer spawn here, but I don't think there's any way for me to get a pickaxe other than by going here. Maybe I could get it in the Feldips, actually. Didn't really think about that. But I can get a scavenger beast inside raids for a pickaxe, and it shouldn't be too difficult to do. So, let's get our timer started, and we can get going. Let's go. Right, all I need from this, I've been poisoned by a lizard, man, but whatever. All I need is a scavenger room straight away, and we are good. I don't really know how chambers work, so just for the record, I have absolutely no idea how chambers work. Begin the raid. Can we get ourselves scavengers? Probably should have gone out so I can kill my poison. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, so essentially, yeah, I'm just gonna have to like flinch it to death or die myself. It doesn't really matter if I die. Obviously, I'm not trying to complete the raid, so who really cares? I just want to get myself a pickaxe. So, we're going to be doing this until we get a pickaxe. And then I'll go grab myself a hammer from the farm, and we'll go do some mining and smithing. I just made myself a bunch of arrow tips, and then there's chickens, there's feathers, there's obviously easy to get arrow shafts and stuff, and we can make ourselves a whole ton of arrows. We will have to go to Puro-Puro to try and get a bowstring. I don't know how badly that's going to go. You know, not what we want. But it shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Famous last words. Current goal is to try and get a pickaxe from one of these. There we go. Pickaxe done. Speak of the devil. Alright, we've got ourselves the pickaxe. Sweet. Gonna go grab the hammer. And then we can start working on making ourselves some ammunition. I'm looking forward to training some range. Having our range up is going to be really nice. Obviously, range is such a good stat to use for bossing. So, we are going to be working on that. Let's go up to the farm. Quickest way to do this, I guess, is just backtrack the way I went. And we'll get ourselves that hammer. Okay, so we've had a think about it, and I've been looking at the tasks, and there's basically only one task. I think there's genuinely only one task that I can even physically do this week, and that is to smith a mithril full helm. Now, I'm not going to be going for this. If it so happens that I manage to get the level for it, which I believe is 57, which I doubt is going to happen, I might look into trying it. I don't know where I'm going to get a mithril bar from, but I may look into it. But I doubt there's going to be any tasks on this episode because of that. Both regions are onto the medium tasks. There are no easy tasks left, so that's basically why that's the case. So yeah, we're probably not going to do that. But what the game plan is right now is to amass a bunch of iron arrows, and we'll get ourselves a willow shortbow by using Puro-Puro, as I said earlier. And then I plan to complete Corsair Curse and kill a bunch of ogresses. The reason I want to do this is because they drop a decent amount of runes, and if I can get some runes, I can train my magic, which honestly, let's face it, I need to do. My magic level is terrible, and I would really like to have it higher, and because teleporting will be really nice going between regions when they're quite far apart, and I don't have to waste all the time walking between them, which, by the way, the counter does count down for that. And yeah, I mean, just general, I just want to train magic. It's a terrible stat for me, so we're going to be working towards that. Okay, so we're going to call it about there on about 510 arrows, and the reason I'm doing this is because ogresses actually drop arrows quite commonly. They drop iron, steel, and mithril, which is conveniently the highest level of arrow that a willow shortbow can fire, so that's really nice. We are going to go and try and find ourselves a crop circle. There is a wheat field just down here by the cows. We should be able to hop around a few times and get ourselves a crop circle. We'll head over to Puro-Puro, which, by the way, is allowed no matter what region I'm in. It's technically classed as an instance, just like random events and stuff like that. So we can access that. Although I do want to say, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, Xanaris itself can only be accessed if I have the Lumbridge region currently. So even if I've done Fairy Tale Part 2 and I have access to fairy rings, I'm not allowed to go to Xanaris unless I have the Lumbridge region currently unlocked, because it counts as that area. And the reason I've done this is because Xanaris actually has like decent stuff in it in terms of shops, and obviously dragon weaponry I can buy there and whatnot. And the way to get to Xanaris initially is through Lumbridge, so it makes sense to put it in that region. I could still use fairy rings to travel around though, as long as I'm not actually staying in Xanaris or going to Xanaris, because I guess you can travel straight from fairy ring to fairy ring now, huh? Anyway, we're going to hop around, we're going to find ourselves a crop circle, and we're going to have to get down hunting some implings. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long to get a bowstring. I doubt that it will, Give me the equipment, Mr. Elnock. Do you have any spare equipment? Sweet. This is the only lot he'll give me, so I need to make sure I get some extra impling jars. So, we've got ourselves a butterfly net. Don't actually need it because I can bare handle the ones I want, but nonetheless, it's useful for the catch chance, I believe. I'm just going to try and catch some baby implings and stuff, get ourselves some extra jars and stock them up with Elnock, because I do not want to run out and have to pay like 1,000 coins or whatever it is per impling jar, because that's just expensive. This is going to be annoying, running around catching them, and I don't have a dark lure on this account, so tee-hee once again. Bowstring. Yay! We done it. That was a weird excitement yell. Well, we got the bowstring. That was horrible, and I hardly caught any of them. But at least we're done in Puro-Puro now. I'm going to handle all these in for some extra jars, and we'll just stash them in with Elnock so that if we come back here in the future, we have some jars to use. Alright, so we got ourselves 510 arrow tips, we've got ourselves a bowstring, and now we are going to kick chickens to death until we have ourselves 510 feathers. And then I'm probably going to have to head back to chambers, because I completely forgot about this. I need an axe and a knife, and I can get them in Feldips actually, so maybe I just skip that step and stop talking. I just realized I can get both of them in Port Khazard, so maybe that's actually pointless. Forget about what I just said. Oh, one of these is only a 1 spawn, isn't it? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to collect ourselves 510 feathers, and then I'll go get the axe and the knife from Feldips. And we'll make ourselves 510 arrows, a willow shortbow, and we will be prepped to kill the ogresses. We still need to complete the quest, but I don't see that being too difficult. What I may do is head over to the little house that's in the northeast of here before I go to the Feldips. Get myself some cooked meat for food. There's probably better options, but that's super easy to go and pick up, so I don't see why not. And, Corsair Curse shouldn't be too difficult. The frogs! I think the princess is underneath. That one. I will turn you back. There you go. I will help out the froggies. Froggies! Unfortunately, I cannot use this. But still, Pog Frog. Alright, so I was mindlessly killing these chickens after doing the frog random, and I just kind of got too many feathers. But it's fine. We've got ourselves 526 feathers. There's something I needed to do before I can go to Feldips, I think? Actually, maybe not. No, you know what? I think I'm done. I think we've got everything we need right now. So we're going to go to the fishing trawler. And we should be able to buy ourselves an axe and a knife from the shop there. Do you know what, actually? There's a knife spawn around the corner. I'm like 99% sure, 99.5% sure that you can buy a knife in Port Khazard. But just in case I can't, I'm going to go pick up this spawn up here. Because God forbid I teleport over there and then realise there's not a knife there. I'm going to be so annoyed. So we'll take the knife from here. It only cost me a couple of extra seconds. It's not a big deal. So we're going to teleport over to the fishing trawler. We'll get ourselves the axe, and we can smash all these out. There's some nice willow trees by Rance anyway, so easy place to get myself a willow log. And we'll make ourselves our range equipment. Like I said, I've still got to complete the Corsair Curse, so we'll be cracking that out. And yes, they do sell knives, but it was better safe than sorry. Okay, so I was just going to chop willows for the shafts, but it's just taking way too long. So what we're going to do is we are just going to simply make a willow short bow right here. Cancel the rest of them. And we should be able to attach the bowstring. And we have ourselves a weapon. A beautiful willow short bow. Nice. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to some oak trees over here. Hopefully I won't be in range of an ogre or anything. And we're just going to chop them for the arrow shafts. It'll be a lot easier and quicker. Stand between these two. We should be fine. Let's get ourselves a bunch of shafts. I guess I could just do this as well. Get them from the willow logs. This shouldn't take too long. I say shouldn't. We shall see. I'm going to chop up all these, get all the arrows done, and we'll be ready for the Corsair Curse. Alright, that's going to be all the arrows done. I got a little bit distracted with people redeeming Showface in stream, but nonetheless, we'll be able to make ourselves all of these arrows. And we'll get ourselves prepped. I am quite looking forward to doing Ogre's Warriors, actually, because they have decent drops, and getting the runes is going to be nice for trading magic. Not to mention the range XP from doing this is really nice. I'm thinking as to whether it's going to be busy or not, because it's really busy in free-to-play, and I've never really done it in pay-to-play. I can't imagine that it's going to be busy in pay-to-play, given how many other options there are. So we can hope, but nonetheless, we've still got to complete the quest anyway, so I'll probably see you after this clip at the end of the Corsair Curse quest, considering it's not all that difficult. Alright, we got an issue. I realised that when I was in Asgardia, I didn't talk to him the second time. So let's just go back over to here, and I didn't come down here and talk to him a second time. I completely forgot I needed to do that. So now he's not here, so I can't do the quest. However, I think I can still kill Ogresses. I don't think you actually need to do the quest. I think the quest just gives you access to the bank, which as an ultimate is useless anyway, so not a big deal. I also didn't pick up the cooked meat like I said I was going to, but there is cooked meat upstairs in here, so if I need it. Let's quickly check if I can go down there, because if I can't, then this is going to be an absolute disaster. Okay. But we can still kill them. We can still kill them. Okay, so it's not terrible. I panicked for a second, but it is kind of annoying that I didn't set that quest up properly. But honestly, it's really not all that major. It just means that we can't do the Corsair Curse, and that I'm a bit of an idiot and didn't trigger the next step when I was in the Asgardia region. I've got to remember that if we go back there to trigger that step, otherwise I'm going to be triggered. So, well, what do we do now? Pretty much kill Ogre's Warriors for the next, I honestly don't know, probably a couple of hours. I want to collect up as many runes as possible, so I'm basically just going to be mindlessly doing this for ages. But for the video, you guys get to see whenever I get anything interesting. So let's get killing. Is this the rare one? Or is it curve bones rare? I mean, I wanted mind runes. I don't think it was that much to ask for. Alright, wow. It seems like this method hasn't worked quite the way I wanted it to. So I think what I'm going to do now is actually just abandon doing this, and we're going to train Hunter instead. We have access to the Felled Up Hills, which is pretty much the best place for early Hunter, so I might as well utilize that. We've still got nearly 7 hours left. I think the plan is probably just to go to Yanil. I don't think there's a general store there. There's one up in Port Cruzado. I wanted to sell some of these for some coins. We're going to load up on a teasing stick. I don't know what else. I can't use box traps even if I got the level because of Eagle's Peak. So that's really annoying. So I'm probably going to grab a teasing stick, to be honest. I don't think there's anything higher I could even catch here, actually. Are there butterflies here? Let's see, what is this classed as? Jungle, so butterflies would be Black Warlocks at 45. I mean, I guess grabbing some butterfly jars wouldn't be too bad. We'll probably do that, but I do need to clear out some invent space. I also want to go up here and grab a piece of cooked meat. I may occasionally be revisiting this place, just in case I take too much damage from the Larupias. I can always restock on health with these, and it's basically just like the rupees are basically here, and then I'd be coming straight over to here. So it's not that bad to reheal. Not too concerned about dying, but we are going to have to head up to Yanil, sort out this entire inventory, and we'll get on with some Hunter. I don't know if I'll be doing it for the rest of the episode. I'm actually kind of stuck on what I want to do in this area, because there aren't that many things, and I already spent a week in Feldips, so I'm kind of like stuck at the moment. There are other regions. I mean, I haven't even been in the Fremenic region yet. I haven't been in the Wilderness region yet, so it's a bit interesting that we have somehow had regions multiple times, and yet there are regions we haven't had yet. I'm hoping that I get some of those other regions soon, especially the Wilderness, because, well, to be fair, if I carry over the coins, it's actually not that bad, because I can store it in LMS. But with the Wilderness, I don't want to be doing Wilderness content later on in the account, where I'm carrying everything with me. So if it's later on in the count, I may just not do wilderness content anyway, even if I have the region available to me. But yeah, that's why I'd like to get it earlier, better than later. The Fremlet region is probably for the best that I haven't had it. It's pretty bad for early game. Don't really know what I have available to me. I could do some of the trials, I guess. I think I can actually, I think stats-wise, I have the requirements. I've no idea how I'm going to get the fish for that, though, so we'll have to look into that one. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to head up to the general store. We're going to clear out this inventory. We'll get our hunter equipment, and we will crack on with training some hunter. You know, this pitfall stuff is rather clunky. I can see why people don't do it, but this is how we're going to be having to train hunter for a bit. I did already get 33, which was nice. Don't really know what level I want, honestly. Just being able to catch higher level implings is always nice. I don't want to chop down the jungle tree. I want to poke him. And this is going to collapse just before I jump over it. Please don't. Do we catch it on our first try for the video? Yes! We got it. Alright, so he falls in and then we collect. Sweet, 180 XP. It's pretty good like XP for the actual claim, but it takes a while to set up and I'm going to run out of energy soon, so this is going to get really annoying. Honestly, like I said, this is good for early. There's not great hunter methods for like the latter portion. And he jumped over. Nice. And like I said, I can't even do box traps without doing equals peak anyway. So even if I got 63 hunter, I still can't catch chins, which is obnoxious. Nonetheless, I am going to try and train as much hunter as I can within the next, I don't know, chunk of hours, wherever I decide to stop doing this. Let's get these Larupias. Alright, change of plans. I can't bother to catch the Larupias anymore, and I'm also going to drop the butterfly jars because I can go back and get them at level 45 when I need them. We are going to catch barbtail kebbits instead. Simpler, honestly. I don't have to keep running around, and I also don't have to worry about food anymore because I'm not going to take any damage. Kind of a lot more relaxing to do this, so I'd much rather be catching these. Plus, they require 33, so they're actually the highest level thing I can do right now. Albeit, if I hadn't caught the Larupias, I wouldn't have 33, so I wouldn't actually be able to do this anyway. So it's not a waste of time that I did some Larupia catches, because I needed to get the level anyway. But yeah, so now, for real, I'm going to be doing Hunter for the next few hours, and we'll see what level we manage to get. Hopefully we can unlock some decent implings. I don't know if natures are any good for this account, but we'll see. Cheeky little genie lamp right here. Let's go ahead and slap that onto Slayer, I guess. Not really a better skill to use it on. No level, but still, we'll take the lamp. We are currently at 41 Hunter. This is going very, very slow. I mean, Hunter always is brutal at early levels. It's one of the worst skills to train when you're low level, but the higher levels are so much better. Like, if I had over 63 and access to red chins, it's really not that bad at all. I can get like 100 to 200k XP an hour doing them, so later game it's not too bad, but right now it's absolutely painful. So the goal right now is I want to get 50 Hunter, because that's going to allow us to catch eclectic implings. I don't really want to be doing Hunter for this entire episode, because that's just boring, and I want to put some different content in. So what I'm probably going to do is go for 50. That's probably going to take me another couple of hours. And then I'm going to probably catch some eclectic implings, see what we get. Maybe try and get some blue d'hide chaps. Also, I hate the fact that the kebbit gets stuck here, and it can't go into the trap. Anyway, as I said that. Yeah, so we'll probably catch some eclectic implings at that point, and then I don't really know where I'm going from there. I might go back to the Ogre Warriors, or I tell you what I might do is I completely forgot about this. Right, so if I get myself some blue d'hide, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and do Fight Arena, because it is just about in this region, just below this line here. I could also go ahead and start Trinome Village, which could be handy if we get the Ardy region. Unfortunately, that's going to be a real big annoyance to try and go back and forth, because I can't bring the gems back, or the orbs, or whatever they are, the orbs of protection. I'd have to carry them over, and that's just an absolute pain. So we'll probably look into doing some quests once we've got ourselves some more equipment. But for now, I am going to smash out Hunter, for the next few hours. So I guess I'll see you when I've finished grinding. 45 woodcutting we just got. Wasn't gonna make a clip on this, but that actually unlocks maples. Pretty cool. Not incredibly useful right this second, but if I happen to get 50 fletching, you never know with the rewards on the XP wheel, so might happen. But 50 fletching would allow me to make a maple shortbow, so potentially handy in the future. Currently at 44 hunter. I don't know when I made the last clip, probably over half an hour ago, maybe even longer than that. If we get one more level, we'll be able to catch black warlocks, which are flying around down here somewhere. Like I said, just clicked off the screen. I'm probably going to try and juggle the two for a little bit more extra XP. I want to get 50 done as soon as possible, and then we'll close out there. It's going to look quite even on the skills, so I quite like that as well. And then, as I said before, we're probably going to go to Puro-Puro and try and catch some eclectics. I don't know if I'll stay there for the blue dragon hide. I just want to try them out for a bit. So that's where we're heading right now. That is going to be 45, Hunter. We can now catch the black warlocks, and I guess I queued it up. I'm honestly just going to leave this one here, and we're going to go get ourselves some butterfly jars. Get ourselves some extra XP. I should really ditch some of these items, so I think what I'm going to do is when we get back to Yanil, I'm going to be stashing some of this in the bank, which again, as I'm always going to say, means I can't take it out again, but I just like adding it to the collection of the stuff that we once had. It's just my way of getting rid of things. I'll probably get rid of everything that I don't really need. I'll keep hold of the pickaxe for now, because I may need that in the future, I don't know. But a limport seed I'm not going to do anything with. Longbone I'm not going to do anything with. You know, these uncut gems probably not either. So we're going to clear up some invent space, get ourselves the black warlocks, and probably work our way all the way to 50, which is most likely the next time I'll see you. Alright then, finally we can catch this, and that's going to be 50 hunter. We can now catch eclectic implings. That is beautiful. So we're done with hunter. I've been doing this for way too long, honestly. I'm very bored of doing this. We've still got an hour and a half left. I'm trying to remember what I was planning to do. Go back to Puro-Puro. I think I was going to try and catch some eclectics. So we're going to head up to Yanil. We'll try and get ourselves some blue d'hide chaps. Honestly, I'm not going to hang around for it. If I don't manage to get it like within, I don't know, half an hour or something, I'm just not going to bother. Given I'm dead on the level, it's going to be really frustrating to try and catch them. But then I really want to get Fight Arena done. And I kind of want to start Tree Gnome Village as well. Just get as much of that done as I can, so we can get some progress over time. And we can probably wrap up this episode with some quests, to be honest. There's not really much in this episode, and it's really weird because it's the first episode where I haven't had any task completions. I haven't done any tasks at all. I mean, like I said, there's only one I really can do, and I'm not going to be trying to do that anyway. So, yeah. It feels like kind of a barren episode. I'm kind of hoping we get, like, Varrock or something next week, because I could do a lot with that. But we'll have to see what we spin at the end of the episode. But for now, we're going to try and find ourselves a crop circle. Right, so I've just spent the last 20 minutes having a stroke, because if you watch any of my videos, you will know I hate Puro-Puro. Quite simply, absolutely hate it. This place does my absolute nut in, and the only reason it's ever been bearable is when I have Dark Lure on Overzeahlous. It's the only time I could be bothered to do this, and I don't know if you noticed, I don't have that here. I don't even have energy, so I'm basically running around in circles while they fly away from me because I've got the exact level to catch them. It's horrible. I've managed to catch some. We got ourselves an adamant kite shield, some oak planks, and some gold bars. Apart from that, not really anything impressive. But we do have some implings here, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and buy ourselves the magic butterfly net. Honestly, the bonus from catching is so minuscule that it means basically nothing. But it looks cool, so we're going to go with the style points. I'm going to go back to trying to catch eclectics, emphasis on trying. Probably for the next 10 minutes or so. And then, oh my god, of course that opens up as I'm pushing through. And then anything we've got by the end of that, I will, oh my god, there's a I'm terrible at this. Anything we've got at the end of that, I will be leaving with, I'm not staying here for the blue champs. If we don't get them in the next 10 minutes, we don't get them at all. Pretty simple, really. I really don't want the red spiky bams because I can't use them and that would just be painful. Oh, cool one. I've just realised I probably should have got more jars. Alright, we're done. I give in. I can't do this anymore. We've got 2 eclectic implings. I was going to leave soon anyway, but this place drives me up the bleeding wall. So, just going to open these. Do we get blue-eyed chaps? Oh! Okay then. Great. That's wonderful. Alright, sweet. We're done then. Well, and we got the red vams, even though I didn't want them because I cannot use them. But interesting nonetheless. I mean, I was going to leave because I was getting too frustrated with this place, but I got the exact item I wanted. So, I guess that works. Zoom. I love that perk. When you use the crop circles to get in here, it makes you... oh, there we go. Is that going to put my magic one in there? Yes. It makes you go through the wheat occasionally like really fast, and it looks really nice. Anyway, we got ourselves some blue dragonhide chaps. Always looks good. That should help us out with Fight Arena, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. We've got just under an hour left. That'll be plenty of time to do this quest, I hope. Probably going to go to a general store and just sell off these kite shields and this diamond. I don't know what I want to do with the red vams. If I didn't have a massive stack of cash, I might consider carrying it over, but I don't know. I also got a clue scroll. I don't know where this is. I haven't really looked into it. I can't think of where it is either. But the idea of me being able to finish a clue scroll is kind of unrealistically optimistic. So I'm probably not going to do that. And we got an upgrade to the pickaxe as well. Very nice. Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, right now, just going to head up to the general store, make some money, and then probably go ahead and smash out Fight Arena. Shouldn't take too long. I'll probably see at the end of that quest. I'm just quickly making this clip because this is a child model, but the chat head is an adult male. Like, the kids have smaller heads, basically, in the chat heads. If you've ever taken a look, you'll notice. But for some reason, he's got an adult in his chat head, but it's a child. I don't understand. Anyway, hello, Ogre. It's all Ogre now. Alright, that is Fight Arena completed. 12,175 attack XP, 2,175 thieving XP, and another 1,000 coins. Nice. Any attack levels? 3 attack levels. Beautiful. Right, so we've still got 45 minutes-ish left. And I don't really have anything left that I want to do. I did actually want to start Treenham Village, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do that real quick. But obviously I cannot do anything beyond the first set of orbs. Basically, when I've got to go kill the warlord up here, it's going to count as Ardy, so I can't do that. Basically anything... Actually, wait, no, I can't even do that step either. I just realized I can't do anything past the river. So I can't even do the first part. I can do... Oh god, this is going to be horrible to do. I just realized I have to get the coordinates on the other side of the river. So I'm going to have to juggle this between Ardy and Feldips. I mean, if I ever get both regions at the same time, it's beautiful, because then it's super easy to do. But, I'm just going to do whatever I can do without crossing the river, and then probably move on from this. I was looking into doing a Watchtower quest, because I can actually do it with stats. But I don't have Dragon Bones, and I also just sold my gold bars. So, I don't really think there's any way I can get Dragon Bones. I think I'd need access to the Myths Guild portion of the dungeon at the bottom, which obviously I can't go in. So I don't know where I'd get Dragon Bones from. Dragon Implings, but then I'd have to train more Hunter, and I clearly don't have enough time for that. I mean, I guess I could make a start on it. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll come back to it later, and I'll be able to progress with it a little bit more. Maybe I get a region that can get me Dragon Bones, and I can finish the quest. It gives a lot of magic XP, and I've gone the wrong way. It gives a lot of magic XP. Oh, it wasn't the wrong way. And obviously, we do need magic XP, so I'd happily take that. But yeah, for right now, I'm just going to get as much of this progressed. And then I'll probably figure out how I want to finish off this episode, because I've still got 42 minutes left, and I don't really know how to spend it. Okay, so I think the game plan is just to do as much of Watchtower Quest as I can, at least probably until the point where it requires Dragon Bones. Because, like I said, I don't think I have any access to Dragon Bones. Maybe I put this episode up and I get a comment saying, you could have killed this dragon. And I look like an idiot, but that does happen. But I can't think of anywhere where I can get Dragon Bones right this second within the Feldips or the Kebos regions. So we're just going to do as much of this quest as I possibly can. Get it progressed so that next time we get the Feldips, maybe we can finish off the quest. Who knows? The same as I did for Tree Gnome Village, we've got it up to the point where I need the coordinates, although I need Ardy to do that next step, so we'll have to wait until we get Ardy to do the next bit and then come back to the Feldips. It's a lot of jumping around, and like I said, if I manage to get both regions at the same time, that is great, because I'll be able to smash out the quest super easy. But again, gonna work on Watchtower quest. I'd really like to get this quest done because of the massive chunk of Mage XP, but knowing my luck, by the time I get this done, my magic level will be trained anyway, so it won't be as useful. But still, XP is XP. Let's get going. Alright, I've done as much of the Watchtower quest as I can, which unfortunately isn't even that much. Like, the first step of the quest is getting the Ogre trophy, and that's where you need the Dragon Bones, so I can't do that. I've still got 100 iron arrows and 10 steel. I'm probably going to sit and train on ogres, hopefully for the rest of the episode. If my arrows run out, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not really prepped too well for this, but we don't really have anything else planned, so I just want to get some range XP while I can, and hopefully I don't lose too many arrows. I'm going to be picking them up, so it shouldn't be too bad. We've only got 20 minutes left. Try and get ourselves some bonus range XP before we end off this week, and we can pray for a good region next week where we can actually utilize the range levels. Varrock is the hope. If we can get Varrock, I'm pretty sure that is 2 boss kills assured, assuming I can get the keys, of course. But Bryophyta and Obor should be fairly easy at this point, given that I have Protect from range, and I can also access the anti-poisons in Varrock. I've got a decent range level, and we can access the Champions Guild as well. Everything is golden. So yeah, we're just going to grind out some range XP for the rest of this episode, and then we'll be spinning the next region. So we've run out of arrows with 3.5 minutes to go. So I guess to make the most of time, we're just going to flinch the Ogre with a Mithril Pickaxe. There's really no point me trying to get more arrows. It would take too long. And like I said, we've only got 3.5 minutes left, so... Ooh, a young Impling. This is what we do for the rest of the episode. Alright, forget what I said. We're training magic. I completely forgot I had runes. Ooh, 900 total level. Very nice. We don't have many runes, but we may as well just throw them out because I'm not going to be using them anyway, and they're going to get ditched. So we are just going to make the most of this XP. 2 minutes 40 seconds left. Whatever XP we can get is good XP. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so now we're genuinely out of everything. So I just slap him. I've only got like 40 seconds left. Might as well just face tank him, to be honest, with prayer on. Get the most XP I can for the last 34 seconds. Pretty happy with this week, honestly. I mean, I know that not much happened, but we did get 50 Hunter, which is a nice grind to get out of the way, because that's Eclectics, and they're really handy to have. We got 2 magic levels just recently, so that is also great. Otherwise, stats-wise, not much. No tasks on this week. Honestly, it's mostly just the Hunter. But yeah, so we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, that'll be the last hit, 1, and we are done. That is week 12 finished. Alright then, so before we move on to spin the next region, I am going to announce that the slot that we are carrying over to the next week, as we do have our 1 carryover slot, is going to be the coins. Once again, we are carrying over the coins. I'm going to quickly examine these so we can see exactly how many there are. 136,247 coins will be carried over to the next region. We are really hoping to get a region with a shop that we can utilize, because this week was pretty bad. Didn't really have any shops, to be honest, at all. Varrock would be the best region to get right now, just because there's like 2 bosses we can kill there. Rune shop, archery shop, Champions Guild, everything. So yeah, we'll be carrying over the coins to the next region, but we're going to get on with the spin. Okay, so for week number 13, we are going to need our new 2 regions. Just a reminder, if we roll the failed ips on either of these 2 rolls, it will be respun. We are not allowing the same region 3 weeks in a row. Just to clarify, because I've had failed ip hills for this week and last week. If we get it again, we will re-roll it. Anyway, so for the first spin of week 13, what do we get? Oh my god. Okay, well, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Kind of need the second region to complement it, but it's not awful. Alright then, we're going to go back for the second spin of week 13. What do we get? I don't hate this. There's definitely better places, but I don't hate it. Yeah, I'm not totally against this one. I'm a bit indifferent. Honestly, we could have had way worse combinations. So I'm not too bad with this. Not too bad at all. But anyway, that's going to just about do it. Let's move on to week 13.